Did you see that home run? Well, I'll tell you, I almost missed it yesterday because Fox went white screen, and you're like, holy shit, it's not there. Under pressure, hyperbarics. Wow, that's a mouthful. Say that 5 times fast. Welcome to JD Talkin Sports. Drop the G. Hey, subscribe to my YouTube page, please. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok. Oh, and Threads. I'm everywhere. JD Talkin Sports. Drop the G. Yeah, Udolis home run. That was the first extra inning postseason game of this playoffs. Corey Seager hit a 2-run homer to set it into extras, and the screen went white. And someone said, there was a guy who posted, he said, well, it doesn't feel like baseball unless there's a man on second, which I kept looking for. And the screen went white. I think we missed definitely a half inning. And I went to FS1, which was doing post game, and I was like, wow, the World Series is on. Hal, of course, sends me that nobody gives a shit about this World Series, but people still want to watch baseball, and this is the only baseball left. And you're watching, hey, listen, 6-5, 11th inning, home run, send-off. Udolis, his 8th home run of the postseason. You have Kettle Marte, 20 hits for the Diamondbacks. That's a postseason record for the franchise. Corbin Carroll went a little bit over 11 seconds from home to third on a triple. I mean, you have some talented guys playing. Maybe it's, and oh my God. And Andrew Brandt put a thing up. There's a guy who covers Philly games. Oh my God. Tell everybody, $700 million. The guys went 0 for 12. I mean, they are brutal. Hal was like, oh, we don't talk that way. No. Go to Philly. What have you done for me lately? That's what they say. And I know Hal's, well, we don't talk that way. Dude, you have to be. I'm furious with my goddamn Tar Heels blowing a game last week to a 1-5, only beat William and Mary Virginia team. Come on. And now they're going to play Georgia Tech. I'm like, come on, guys. You still got to win at Clemson. Clemson isn't the same team, but you had a chance for a special season this year. And Drake May in a big game did shit. And you got Malik Murphy getting his first start of the season for Texas against BYU. You have the greatest cocktail party today. You have Ngannou versus Fury. And, Ngannou looks all shredded, and Fury looks like he just rolled out of bed. But Fury's the boxer, and Ngannou isn't. I know Tyson trained you, Mr. Ngannou, but Fury is a boxer. And Fury just finds a way to beat guys. I mean, he's beaten everybody in his path. I mean, come on. He beat Klitschko. He beat the shit out of Klitschko. And Klitschko, and I never thought Klitschko was that great a heavyweight, but he was the best at the time. What do you have, 20-something title defenses as a heavyweight? He beat the shit out of him. And it's a boxing fight. So it's going to be a little different. And I think I'm going to look for it, see if it's on TV. Because I don't think there's any UFC tonight. Not like, what's UFC tonight? It seems like, is this a weekend off for UFC? Because I haven't seen them promote shit this week. Yeah, is UFC tonight? UFC tonight. Is there anything tonight? Yo, Almeida versus Lewis? That's tonight? Is that tonight? Yeah. Almeida versus Derek Lewis. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, it's like this card, prelims. It's always fights, but it's kind of like I'm not that excited about it. I like watching the women fight, to be honest with you. Women are badasses, man, when they fight. But yeah, so that pissed me off with and I was I watching any basketball? I'm watching Bosch Legacy. It's stuff from last season that isn't staying in my head. I watched that. I'll tell you, Generation V, the college kids of the boys on Prime, it's really good. It's really good. And man, it was a good, yeah. I highly recommend it. I gotta watch that. I gotta watch the Saw movie, the new Exorcist movie. Michigan goes, you can watch it yourself. I said, okay. And there's a new season of Invincible coming on Prime. So I'm like, I got to watch that too. And Chucky had a 4-episode, a mid-season finale of 4 episodes. I'm like, dude, it's 4 episodes, not coming back till 2024. But they had Nia, what's her name, from Big Fat Greek Wedding, which I wasn't expecting. I was like, I like that she did the show. And Jennifer Tilly's hilarious in that. Oh my God, she's hilarious. Yeah, it's really good. Highly recommended. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's some good shit. So last night, Last night I watched the Jets. Let's my buddy Marco. You know the Jets have lost 7 straight games after the bye. 7 straight. The last win they have after the bye was 2015 against the Redskins. They're the Redskins then 34-20. They've lost 7 straight after the bye. 2015, their last one after the bye. And we know that they did a nosedive last year. They started 6-3 and they finished the season 1-7. I have 14-10 Jets over the Giants in a defensive struggle. That's what I have. Okay? Giants. Now, I don't know if this is true. Brian Dable was asked about if he's certain, when it's ever certain that Daniel Jones will play again this season. I don't have a crystal ball with injuries. I was like, Lon, what do you think about that, man? I wanted to ask Lon what he thought about that, what Harris thinks about that, if Tyrod Taylor has to play the rest of the way. But I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. It's not going to be great conditions and everything, so we'll see what happens. UNC Hockey, I reached out to a guy who writes a newsletter. I'm like, I can't get anybody from UNC Hockey on my podcast. I can't get any UNC athletes on my podcast. I'm a graduate of UNC. I tell people I'm a graduate of UNC. Come on the podcast. Nobody wants to come on the podcast. What's the big? Give me 30 minutes. Give me 20 minutes. I'm trying to promote the programs at my the student athletes or the athlete students, whatever you want to call them. And I saw also that there might be a permanent 2,000-seat hockey arena on campus for the UNC hockey team. Now, it's just preliminary, and they lost to NC State last night. Today, Stockton is playing against Rowan, right? Is today Rowan? Is that Stockton is playing today? Stockton soccer. I think they play at Stockton soccer. Stockton soccer is playing today. Game day. Rutgers Newark. I'm sorry, Rutgers Newark. Yeah, Rutgers Newark. So, hey, so Stockton kicks some ass today. Let me see. Today is the Mustangs, SUNY Morrisville, Stephen Ferrerix, the quarterback. Let me see who they're playing today. SUNY Morrisville football schedule. They are playing today against. They got killed last week. They're 2-6, 0-4 in conference. And today they play against. They lost. What did they lose? They play for St. John Fisher University. They have a history against each other. Well, they beat them. They played last year. They beat them 10-3. So hopefully they can get the win. They are playing. Is it home or away today? Of course, I opened the page and it closed very quickly, so I missed all that. They are playing at home. All right, let's get a win today, folks. 1:00, and they only have one more game left. Damn. So wait, 2-6. So they play a 10-game season, and then it's playoffs? Wow. I said I was going up to the game at the Black Turf this year. It did not happen. A lot of things happened, and I apologize to the Mustangs for that. I also saw that my high school alma mater beat the favorites. They beat let me see who they beat. They won yesterday over, was it Parsippany Hills? Could have sworn I saw that yesterday, unless it was my eyes were deceiving me. But I wanted to talk about that. Mustangs football. I thought I saw it here. Mustangs football. Montville Mustangs football. Montville Mustangs. Oh, there we are. Okay. 17-14 over Par Hills in the first round of the playoffs. All right. Congrats to them. Yeah, so they won in the first round of the playoffs. That's a good win for them. I'm happy. And that was they beat a favorite team. They got it done. Congrats to them. All right. See stuff like that. It makes me very happy. Niners. Brock Purdy could play against Cincy. He has not yet cleared the concussion protocol, but he could play, which would bode well for them against the Bengals, who were coming off the bye. Kyler fully healthy, but listed as doubtful by the Cardinals for their game this week. Who are the Cardinals playing this week? Cardinals are playing at the host of the Ravens tomorrow. KC, Justin Ross is on the commissioner's exempt list as of yesterday, making him ineligible to practice or attend games. Shocking. well, shit happens, and yeah. And Michael Pittman Jr. holding a memo from the NFL league fined him $10,927 by flashing the peace sign. It's called taunting, as he scored a 75-yard touchdown. They'll appeal, hopes they ease fine because he's on a rookie deal. Mike Chappelle, I agree with you. He is on a rookie deal. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of shekels, $10,000. So maybe, take it down. This Austin Eckler has hinted on more than one occasion that he's frustrated with the team's coaching staff. Following the loss, he was asked if he and his teammates still have faith in head coach Staley. The reporter barely finished. He said, "We have no choice, right?" He said the team has faith and that this is what we're riding with all the way to the end. He said it was taken out of context. It doesn't matter how I feel. Like, what matters is I have to go out and do my job. It's my job to go and play well, and then that will in turn make Staley look even better. It doesn't matter how I feel about it. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe he said 7th season, up and down, up and down. He said, what matters is I have to go and execute. If I don't feel like I did that at a high level, I can't think about anything besides that. He goes, I don't have an opinion about that, about Staley, because I got to make sure I do my job first. No, he wasn't saying. He just, yeah. Yeah, they played around. They didn't give him they gave him a little bit of money, but he wanted a new contract. He didn't get it. And they blew the playoff game against the Jags last year. I'm not a fan of Brandon Staley. I've told that to Jason on numerous occasions. This is a team with a lot of talent, with a quarterback on a rookie contract. And they also have Spanos is a terrible owner. And, moved the team from San Diego, where they had a huge fan base, to LA, where San Diego, you didn't hear other teams' fans there. They had fans there. San Diego was a fan base. Now the Rams and the Chargers seem like there are more fans for the opposing team than there is their team. But you hear that a lot of. I mean, I felt there was a lot of Patriots fans when I went to the Jet game, and it's going to be interesting. I wonder how many Jet fans are going to be at the Giant game. I mean, it should be pretty crowded. I think if it's rain, it's not going to be that great. I think we'll watch it with Harris. Austin Eckler, I totally agree with you. I don't think Brandon Staley's that guy. I thought he got the job. Never been a head coach. Threw him into it, and I think he's not long for the job. And Jason Kelce, dude, if they win it this year, he's gone. I mean, they said he has a lot of stuff going on off the field. Who cares? But I did like this from A.J. Brown when they brought in Kevin Byard. He said, "You're a winner now. Things are done different around here." All right. Well, he went to Super Bowl last year. Let's see if we can do it again. And Broncos, Albert Breer thinks that the Broncos would get more in a Patrick Surtain trade than the Jaguars got for Jalen Ramsey last year, 2 firsts and a 4th-round pick. But I think it's extremely. I don't think you trade a guy like that. He's a cornerstone of the franchise. And, it's there in the first year, new coaching regime, Sean Payton. I think that'd be a big move. And Connor Stallions, the Michigan suspended football staffer, compensated at least one person for recording future Wolverines opponents with a couple $100 and a ticket to a Michigan home game, according to the person. A former D3 player and coach spoke on the condition that his name would not be published. Dude, why would he speak? You know what? I'm sorry. Well, I don't want to affect future. Well, why talk then? You know what? You start coming out and talking like this, you're burning every fucking bridge. Because someone who's going to hire you, 99% of the people aren't going to hire you because you're coming out like this and talking. But what do you gain by this? And the ESPN reports without, so anonymity, huh? So you can hide behind anonymity. He's the first person who was involved in the alleged cheating scheme to publicly share details about the role. Said he attended 3 Big Ten games during the past 2 years to record the sidelines of a future opponent. He uploaded the videos he took on his personal cell phone to a shared iPhone photo album, but does not know who else other than Stallions had access to the album. It doesn't sound like this is very, very secretive, like secret agent kind of stuff. He said he was wary of Stallions' plan to a degree, but he still did it when he was first approached and taped the games, but felt that if someone from Michigan staff was asking him to do this, that it must be safely in the gray area of college football science. Really? Don't you think you would have looked into this before you did that? Do a little more research and say, okay, well, if it's okay with the Michigan staff, then it must be okay for me to do this. Are you a fucking moron? Didn't like it, but it's a great line. You can call me naive, yes. How about I call you stupid? But no one is reading the bylaws. I'm not a contractual lawyer. Dude, it would take 2 seconds to ask somebody on your own coaching staff. You would know that you can't record the sidelines of other teams. You don't think recording signals is something that's acceptable, right? You think your team was doing it? I'm not a contractual lawyer. No, you're just fucking putts. I just feel like if you're not doing it, you're not trying to get ahead. You're going far in life, buddy. Yeah, it is against NCAA rules for staff members of a football program to scout teams and future opponents in person. It also prohibits player, coach, or other team personnel from recording an opponent's signals through audio or video. So they're investigating. According to LinkedIn page, he's recently deleted. We talked about this already. He was suspended with pay last Friday. NCAA is seeking his computer as part of the investigations. The source who spoke to ESPN said he attended games at Rutgers and Penn State last season, another game at Penn State last month. Yeah, Rutgers, you got to steal their signals because that's a program that you're going to have trouble beating. He also said that before the news of the investigation was made public, Stallions also provided him a ticket to this coming Saturday's game between Indiana and Penn State. Does not plan to attend. He said at the games he attended, he filmed every drive from his seat in the stands about 15, 20 rows above field level. He also tried to film wide enough to include the sideline and the majority of the team's on-field formation so members of the Michigan staff would be able to sync his videos with other film and decode the team's signals. He said he was able to capture enough of the coaches on the sidelines that the signals were visible to someone who zoomed in on the recording video. A lot of people may say you can just rip that from the L-22 wide shot. Well, it's not that easy. He said that this makes it easier to mirror things up and get those tendencies. He got roughly $1,000 to cover his travel expenses and pay for his time. And Stallions paid from his personal Venmo account. So I would think if you're doing something illegal, I wouldn't use my personal Venmo account. I'd set up a dummy account, something. When I do something and not use my name, when I have like a student or something put it up, or somebody in Topeka, Kansas. Oh my God. He attended games at Rutgers and Penn State last season, another game at Penn State last month where he left at halftime. I only did a half because it was pouring rain and they were playing UMass. It didn't play well enough, so I was like, yeah, I'm not staying. Good for you. So at the games he attended, he filmed every drive from the seat in the stands. Okay. One woman based in Jacksonville said she was friends with Stallions from their time together in the military, but hung up abruptly when asked about attending last year's Florida-Georgia game in Jacksonville. Andrew Barlage was among the names connected to tickets purchased by Stallions. He was head recruiting intern in Michigan in 2021, worked as a graduate assistant for Akron's football program in 2022. He wasn't aware. This anonymous guy said he didn't know how many people taped the games. He said, I wasn't doing it for personal gain, hoping to get my foot in the door if Connor became a head coach someday. Why would you just do it then? Was it for the money? It was just I got to go to some Big Ten games. All right, sweet. Everyone else I felt was doing it to some degree. It's a $1 billion industry. You're going to work in the gray area as best you can. I didn't do it to move ahead. You don't think if someone in Michigan, I'm at a D3 school, and someone in Michigan, a D1, one of the big, Bucco Buccos program, and I didn't do it for personal gain. Why do you do it? Hey, what the hell? You know what? Really? And now it's anonymous, so everybody's going to try to find out who this douchebag is and take him down. Yeah, well, you're not a contractual lawyer, but you're a putz. I mean, dude, it's not, we've all done shady shit, but that stuff, if you're trying to become a head coach, that's not something I would think I would be doing. I think that would burn a lot of bridges. And Aiden Hutchinson says, hey, he said they're doing all their investigations, blah, blah, blah. They're doing all their investigations. I mean, why is he considered? I said, so why do we care what he did? I mean, yeah, he played for the program, yeah. He goes, they're coming to Michigan when Michigan's got a shot to win the national title via Corey Woods of M Live. So I don't know. It is what it is. He goes, I guess time will pass and people will forget about it and move on once we're the Big Ten champs again. Yeah, I don't know about that. He had virtually no relationship with Connor Stallions. There was little difference between what Michigan was alleged to be doing and what other teams do. Yeah, I agree. He said people are always stealing signs in college football. People stole our signs. Other Big Ten schools stole our signs. Just a thing when you're in college football. So, I mean, not any more than anybody else did as far as I'm concerned. But, yeah. Hutchinson may have a point about sign stealing being common, but plenty within college football dispute that Michigan was just doing what other schools were. Yeah. No one's going to be forgetting about this. I don't think this is going to go away that quickly. And especially if they keep winning, they're going to say, the thing is, they're not stealing the dump. The dump is going to change all their signs. And, they got to get by Penn State, which I think they will. And then hopefully they'll beat the shit out of Ohio State again. And the Maserati, Marvin Harrison Jr. Well, I mean, they're a good team this year. They're going to play Purdue in 2 weeks. Next week, I mean, they're off this week for their bye, a bye this week. And then they have a bye, I think, before the before the Ohio State game. So we'll see what happens. Nets lost 125-120. Luka Doncic hit a three, banked the three off, which the guy was on him like glue, and he still made it. So Doncic in 2 games, they won the first game against the Spurs, 33 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists. And last night he only had 49, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Cam Thomas had 30 after having 36 opening day. Spencer Dinwiddie had 23, 3 rebounds, 8 assists, and Brooklyn Bridges 18 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Yeah, 49 points, tie-breaking through with 26 seconds left. They're 2-0. The Nets are 0-2. Billy Reinhardt, who covered the team, said they played 8 really good quarters through 2 games. Frankly, they've outplayed the Mavs and Cavaliers, but they don't have a Doncic, and they don't have a Donovan Mitchell. And I don't know if listen, it's 2 games. Yes, he scored 66 points. He said Cam Thomas, the Nets' #1 scorer, should be going forward. Brooklyn Bridges fits perfectly in the secondary role, less off-ball responsibility, can still average 20 easily. Everyone fits in behind them. Yeah. Cam Thomas looks like a real player, that Reinhardt says. Ben Simmons, what did he do? 10 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. I would say he's doing everything on the court. Listen. Guys averaging almost at a triple-double. He's, rebounding, distributing everything. I think they're 0-2, but they lost to 2 pretty goddamn good teams. Future looks okay. Yeah, they asked Cam Thomas about Doncic's one-handed bank 3. He said, when somebody makes a one-handed 3 off the glass, what can you do? I just saw it kept going. That might hit the backboard. Nah, no way. He just made that. No way. Yeah, all right. Oh, okay, then it's it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So we'll see. And what did I see this? Also, Vaughn deserved criticism for game 1, but don't get the finger pointing in game 2. Team played great defense. Still gave under 25 points. And Cam led the team in minutes. Mavs targeted him with Doncic every time, by the way. Ben looked good in just an overall fun game. Yeah, and this guy said he was mad at the refs for handing Dallas all the extra possessions in the 4th, which seemed extremely one-sided and calculated. I think this happens all the time. Yeah, Doncic won it, and they were out-rebounded. For second straight game, Nets have rebounded opponents last night, 47-40. Yeah, so, hey, you know what? What are you going to do? Guy scores 49, you're covering him, and he hits a 3 banks it off the backboard. Not too many things you can do there. The Knicks, though, 126-120, they're 1-1. Brunson, 31, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 8 of 12 from 3. Barrett, 26. Randall, 17, 12, 9 assists. Robinson, 7, 13 rebounds, 4 steals, 4 blocks. DiVincenzo, 16. Trae Young, 18, 12 assists. And the Knicks were 20 of 44, 45.5% from 3. Hey, 1-1. Season's still young. Chuck thinks that Embiid are thin ice right now with Embiid. First of all, you guys chose between Jimmy Butler and Ben Simmons. You all chose that now. Then I had to go through the Simmons thing. Now I'm the middle of my prime. He said, I'm MVP. I've been second 2 times. I've won 1. I got to deal with all this noise. You know what? No hard feelings. I got to go. Well, listen, they traded to the Suns in 92 after he was frustrated with the direction of the team. He has admitted in the past that he did not want to play for a bad organization anymore. I guess we're going to see what happens. Yeah, they've been saying for years, trust the process. But, how much longer is he going to put up with this shit? They got rid of, Harden doesn't want to be there anymore. And I don't know. There's some chirping about him going to the Knicks. I guess we'll see. And Bradley Beal will miss tonight's opener against the Jazz. Booker is also doubtful of the second straight game. The Jazz beat the Clippers 120-118. The Clippers now have lost 11 regular season games in Utah after winning 11 straight in Utah. And they lost 120-118. Markkanen, 35 points, 12 rebounds. Olnick, 15 points. Collins, 13 points, 12 rebounds. And also 17 offensive rebounds for Utah, 33 second chance points. Markkanen and Collins both got 5 offensive rebounds. And you know what? I feel second gen points. It's a hustle thing. You got to block out who wants it more. And this is I keep waiting for this Clippers team to turn the corner. And, is Kawhi healthy? Kawhi Leonard healthy? Is Paul George healthy? And every year they tease you. I mean, they get in the new arena. Ballmer has a lot of money. I don't think he's going to be happy with just, barely getting the playoffs. He wants to win championships. He wants, it's still Laker town. And I think he wants to take some of that thunder away from them. And I don't know. I just feel, I know it's 2 games, but I feel like this team, sometimes plays the level of the competition. I don't think Utah's that good. And Celtics beat the Heat. Derek White scored 28 and called that a kiss-off. Jaylen Brown seals with a 3-pointer. Congrats to them. OKC beat Cavs. Listen to this. Donovan Mitchell, 43 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. And they lose. Chet Holmgren, 7 blocks, 16 points, 13 rebounds, 7 blocks, 2 assists, and a steal. Chet Holmgren, they're now 101. 108-105 over the Cavs. How much was he chomping at the bit to play basketball this year? I mean, he must have been like, let's get this going, guys. I've been waiting forever. And Curry scored 41. They beat the Kings 122-114. He signed De'Aaron Fox to the Under Armour brand, and De'Aaron Fox had 39, but Curry had 41, and he did a little night-night, on the side, night-night, which would piss me off. And they in Sacramento, that would piss me off. Wembanyama makes a tying basket in regulation. They end up beating the Rockets 126-122. Victor, 21 points, 12 rebounds, an assist, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. Second game, they're 1-1. I mean, he's only just getting started, but the hype is real. Believe the hype. And I saw Fred VanVleet had 15 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists heading into the fourth. 2 career triple doubles. Well, he finished with 24 points, 8 rebounds, 12 assists. They took the loss in OT. And ratings, younger fan bases made the league situation even worse. The decline of cable, they said the young people. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think the young kids need to be constantly stimulated. They're fickle. They don't watch TV that much. Yeah, and they cut the cord. So I guess they're going to have to look to the streaming. He said he doesn't think it's going away with network TV, but they have to find different platforms. You got Thursday Night Football. You got younger, average viewer. They said Thursday Night NBA rights among the particularly notable streaming contenders for NBA rights is Amazon, which draws an average viewer 8 years younger than the NFL's linear average. All right. Brittany Griner earns WNBA Cares Community Assist Award for extensive efforts in campaigning for the safe return of wrongful detainees overseas and helping marginalized communities in Phoenix. All right, cool, man. She says, I have to make a difference in the lives of others, and I've always remained committed to that. She's also on the U.S. Women's Hope Team, one step closer to the 2024 Paris Olympics. Aces Liberty produced the most viewed WNBA finals in 20 years. 728,000, most viewed in 20 years. 54 million total video views across WNBA social channels. 9.5 million unique viewers, new viewers, while users watch a total of 126,000 hours across WNBA social channels. There was a 41% hike in live attendance for the final series. And then this pissed me off. The NIT. How can you first of all, it's not in the Garden. It was in a shitty arena in Vegas. And for this year's 2024 NIT, conference regular season champs that do not win their conference tournaments or are not otherwise selected to the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship will not receive an automatic bid to the NIT. The NIT will guarantee 2 teams based on the NIT rankings from each of the 6 conferences: ACC, Big East, Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12, and the SEC. The top 2 teams in the net rankings not qualifying for the NCAA men's basketball tournament from each conference, regardless of win-loss records, that means shitty teams, will be selected. Additionally, the 12 teams automatically selected will be guaranteed the opportunity to host a game in the first round. And once the 12 automatic qualifying schools have been selected, they will select the 20 best teams available to complete the tournament's 32-team field. Based on the NIT's committee's evaluation, the best 4 teams with the 20 at-large teams selected will complete the 16 first-round hosts, with deference given to the first 4 teams out of the D1 Men's Basketball Championships, as determined by Division I Men's Basketball. Additional teams from the 6 conferences with AQs are eligible to be selected with AQs. What is AQ in basketball? What is that? AQ. AQ basketball. That is not what I wanted to write. Basketball. AQ basketball. No. AQ basketball meaning. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, BKI is joining us. How you doing at BKI? Automatic qualifiers. Yes, that's what I thought it was. Okay, so automatic qualifiers. Additional teams from the 6 conferences with automatic qualifiers are eligible to be selected as an at-large teams and can be selected as hosts. Yeah, I think this sucks. Thank you, Jeff Goodman. And the NIT board and NCAA men's basketball committee agreed to experimental rules, including widening the free throw lane from 12 feet to 16 feet, consistent with NBA and FIBA. The games will continue to use the modified timeout format. Okay, who cares about that? And what did I see this? And now here comes NIT squeezing out bids that had been previously reserved for mid-major and low-major conferences. Instead, non-qualifying Power 6 teams with every competitive advantage already, deeper financial pockets of power leagues, built-in scheduling against elevated competition to raise a net ranking, and NIL will be rewarded for the mediocrity. We're not talking about second, third, or even fourth place finishers in the Power 6. We're talking about the 10th and 11th. Last season, Ohio State 16-19 would have earned an NIT bid because the Buckeyes and Rutgers ranked as the highest NET owners in the Big Ten not to get an NCAA bid. Well, at least Rutgers finished with a winning record. With North Texas, which had a higher net than the Buckeyes, but lost in the Conference USA tournament, would they have gotten in? I don't think so because they didn't win their conference tournament. So Matt Roberts said instead of celebrating a postseason event that traditionally allows for diversity, inclusion, and opportunity consistent with its values, they went with they fuck the little guys, favor of money and mediocrity. I'm embarrassed for the industry today. And Pat Forte said maybe this is a move to stave off expanding the NCAA tournament. Whatever the motive, it's further kowtowing to the power conferences at the expense of everyone else, which is why commissioners of mid to low major leagues are sounding off. Yeah, I mean, good God. So we're going to go by net rankings. That doesn't necessarily mean like the top teams. It could be a team that played just a tough schedule but had a losing record. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, God damn. Not that the NIT is anything that people's going crazy about, but, I mean, you're trying to push everybody out. So basically, FDU, if they didn't make the NCAA tournament, that might be, and that's the thing we're seeing, that, teams like that could go on a run. And, Florida Atlantic went on a run, went to the Final Four last year. And that's not a Power 6 team. And you want to see teams like that. You want to see the underdogs. You want to see the Davis versus Goliath. And I saw that. I was like, this really sucks, man. I'm really not happy with this. I just feel like, we're pushing everybody out. And we want to see underdogs. Now, I don't know if they can go on a – they go sometimes go on a run. That's why I like 12 teams in the college football playoff. And like a team like James Madison, I like to see like what they could do in a 12-team college football playoff. Give them a game. See if they, give them a game. See what they can do. Why not? Why not? Well, so, we have to give it to a team that didn't win their conference. Oh, because if Ohio State didn't win, they should be going instead of – oh, fuck that. James Madison won all their goddamn games. They didn't play the same conference, but they deserve it. They're ranked this season. They played their asses off. You should be rewarded, the smaller schools. Oh, the money, bullshit. I'm not a fan of that. Yeah. So Diamondbacks stole one base to the first 5 NLCS games, 10 since. So the last 3 games in a stretch of 23 innings, 2 last night. Corey Seager this postseason before 2020, 31 games, 203 batting average, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, 605 OPS. Since 2020, 43 games, 288. 14 home runs, 34 RBIs, 1,004 OPS. Yeah, all right. And that was the first multi-run home run by Seager to tie game in the 9th since Byung Hyun Kim allowed one in Game 4 and Game 5 to Tino Martinez and Scott Brocious, 2001, 9-11. That series killed me, and I was like, God damn it. It was their fate to win. It did not happen. And Garcia's was the 17th walk-off homer in World Series history, only 4 in Game 1. Tommy Heinrich, 1949 Yankees versus Dodgers. Dusty Rhodes, 54. Giants versus Indians. Kirk Gibson, 88. Remember Dodgers? I remember watching that game. And Garcia, the first 3 won the World Series. So maybe that bodes well for them. 12th walk-off home run ever in Game 1 of the postseason. The team that hit the walk-off went on to win 9 of the first 11. We had Foolish Baseball said, I hate playoff baseball because it's not real baseball. No runner in second extra innings. I agree. 8th home run in postseason for Garcia. Yeah, pretty crazy. And I sent this to Lanker. There was no official World Series logo until 78, until 2003, the 100th anniversary of the first Modern World Series. So there was no official logo. It's kind of interesting. And Mira Sorvino's son, Johnny C. Backus, is going to play baseball at Michigan. So Mira Sorvino's son is playing baseball at Michigan. And my mom's like, who sends that? I said, oh, Michigan sends me all Michigan stuff. Everybody went to Michigan, thinks they went to the greatest school since sliced bread. It's a great school. But I don't think I've ever seen an alumni base that is that supportive of their school. I mean, I know people that like UNC, but not this fandom. I mean, all her friends go to games. I mean, everything. Still go to basketball, everything. So I was like, wow, Mira Sorvino, congrats. Devils won 5-4 over the Sabres. They improved to 4-2-1. And what do we? Eric Hollis scores twice, but Jack Hughes has his 5th. So what does he have of the season? 5 goals, 18 points in 7 games. And Connor Bedard scored. They won 4-3 in overtime. And Vegas is now 7-1, their first loss of the season. Teuvo Teravainen became the 3rd player in Canes Whalers history to record 2 natural hat tricks. That's 3 goals in a row with the club, joining Eric Stahl and Kevin Adams' 2nd career natural hat trick. Only 4 active players have more. Sidney Crosby with 4, Philip Forsberg with 4, Mika Zibanejad with 3, and Patrick Lane with 3. And the top 5 skaters in individual expected goals is Austin Matthews, Tyler Toffoli, Nathan McKinnon, Matthew Tkachuk, and Jack Eichel. Austin Matthews getting it done. And Drake's OVO and NHL Collaborative on limited edition collection for Original 6. Announced a new limited edition collection of NHL licensed apparel for the league's Original 6 teams. The Cozy Capsule celebrates the Bruins, Blackhawks, Red Wings, Canadiens, Rangers, and Maple Leafs, all of whom held down the league for 25 years until expanded in 1967. Included in the line are retro co-branded hoodies, tees, varsity jackets, and cuffed beanies. Okay, so maybe if you want to do that. And, oh my God, I found an old clips of, this is great. Oh, you know what? I'm going to play this. I think I sent it to Michigan. So they had a Jeopardy where they, I got to find this. They asked Jeopardy questions. I don't know. I'll play some of it. Where did I send it? I sent it to Michigan. Where did I send it? Michigan. Did I send it to her? Maybe I didn't send it to her. Maybe I'm losing my mind as I get older. But it was hockey questions, and the guy who hosts Jeopardy now, it was a hockey question, and he said baseball, I think. It was pretty... Oh, but there it is. All right. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. So he's moving the puck back and forth now, Alex Trebek. Nobody's answering. Nobody knows. So that was Ken Jennings. He said the New York Rangers for winning 4 straight cups. Ken Jennings, when he competed on the show. I thought that was hilarious. Little things. What else did I see? Oh, and NWSL, Grant Hill and his wife are... What did I see? Yes, Grant Hill and his wife, Grammy-nominated singer Tamia Hill, are joining the ownership group for MLS's Orlando City Soccer Club and NWSL's Orlando Pride. So congrats to them. That's pretty cool. Oh, and Michigan has joined the house today. Good for you, Michigan. I was just talking about you. the hockey video I sent you. I don't know if you're watching on Instagram, but I thought that was Ken Jennings getting the Rangers to the Islanders. And yeah, that adds to Grant's ownership portfolio. He's joined the Atlanta Falcons Ownership Association. I don't know what the hell that means, but congrats to him. Also, 2 members of the Korn Ferry Tour suspended 3 and 6 months Friday for placing bets on PGA Tour competitions. Wow, you can't. I guess you can't bet on PGA. And it was who was Vince India and Jack Stiano, golfers on the PGA Tour's development feeder, violated the integrity program that making the wagers the tour announced. India was suspended from PGA Tour's sanctioned competitions for 6 months from September 18th through March 17th, 2024. Stiano from September 11th through December 10th. So India's 34 joined the Korn Ferry Tour in 2015, has played in 176 events, career earnings of $662,000 and change in all levels of the tour. Stiano's 26. He's played in 17 events and has made $30,000 on his 10. None of this shit shocks me at all. And Wimbledon plans to build a new 8,000-seat stadium and 38 other courts. They're going to hold qualifying rounds on site. The plan would allow up to 10,000 fans per day for the qualifying tournament. It will take place in the site of the former Wimbledon Park Golf Club. This will triple the amount of courts they currently have. They will knock down the indoor court complex and replace it with 6 new indoor courts, 6 outdoor, an office, and an underground car park. It's got they hope the courts will be ready by 2030, but locals are not happy. Concerns about the environmental impact and loss of trees. Has more than 13,000 signatures. It means, yeah, good fucking luck on that front. Yeah, bullshit. Oh, Gumbo Chef. Oh, personal best. Whoa. Oh, my man. 25:06, 5K. Holy shit. August just ran a 25:06 out of 5K. Holy shit. Dude, he was running like 30 minutes. He ran a 5K in 30. Wow. What, 28? Wow, 25:06. Wow, he is amazing. He is amazing. And it was like 80 degrees today. Wow. Congrats to August. I am blown away, dude. Blown away by you, August. And I told him, let him keep running the off. He should run winter track. I'm going to reach out to him. I go, August, you should stick. You're good at this. He's good at this. He should stick with this sport. This is something. He's got some skills. Don't give it up, dude. And Danica Patrick said that the races are too long in NASCAR. Shortening of content. Well, it's all, listen, shorten the race, less advertising time, all that stuff. Yeah. She relayed the message. People's consuming habits change. I don't know. And she said that Formula One has seen a sudden spike in popularity thanks to a large part in the Netflix series Drive to Survive. Yeah. Marketability of its drivers. NASCAR is reeling after the loss of some of its big names, such as Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Tony Stewart, and herself. She last raced 2018 Indianapolis 500 after 5 full seasons in NASCAR Cup. Yeah, I mean, none of the races are too goddamn long. I think they could be more, like a 2-hour window. And, if it doesn't have to go on for 3-4 hours, especially with, cautions and shit. I don't disagree with that. Yeah, I mean, hey, why not? Try something new. And the Mother's Day for decades graduation, they're going to have 7 p.m. on May 11th, Saturday. First time on a Saturday night? I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of feel like it should be, yeah. Oh, Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry face off week 8. All right. Pierce Brosnan flop enters Netflix top 10 2 years after release. What flop was he in that I don't remember? The Misfits. Oh, yeah, I didn't watch that movie. Yeah. I don't really care. Last stretch. Oh, this is the Charlotte coach who used to work with Michigan. He had a candid interview last night. What did he say? What did he say? And he had on a tank top. He had a tank top on too, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, like keeping it real. All right. That's I think that's a great way to end the show today. All right, let's get to trivia questions. Last show's trivia question was, I should know this on the top of my, last wild card team to win the World Series. Was it 2019, 2014, 2011, 2008? It was the year that the Nationals lost all 3 games at home and won all 4 at Minute Maid Park. Still makes me happy. Still makes me happy. This year, the Rangers and D-backs will become the 8th wildcard team to win a World Series, joining the 2019 Nats, 2014 Giants, 2011 Cardinals, 2004 Sox, 2003 Marlins, 2002 Angels, and 1997 Marlins, including the season with Texas and Arizona. 16 wildcard teams have reached the Fall Classic, including 6 since 2012. Today's trivia question is, players in Knicks history 23 and under that have scored 50-plus points in the team's first 2 games. One of them is Porzingis. Who's the second to score 50-plus points 23 years or younger for the Knicks in their first 2 games of the season? That's all I got today. Under Pressure, Hyperbarics did not, and BKI 42. And I think Josh was busy. Bumbles was busy. Congrats, August. Dude, I am like blown away. August, that is awesome. Wow, 2506. And great pictures, too. Good cameraman there, Gumbo Chef. You know, I gotta give props where props is due. There's my man, August. There's my man, August. I mean, he's awesome. August is he's a great kid. He's just a great kid. Just wonderful. I love him. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud. 2506, man. Wait, is that no, not laugh. That's what I wanted. I love that. That's for you, August. All right, August. Gumbo Chef. Josh, you weren't here today. Michigan, thanks. So I haven't seen Michigan in it's been a while. Things have been a little crazy around here at JD's World. But we got a Halloween party tonight with the Core 4. I will have pictures of my costumes. I have a good costume tonight. All right. Some love to Michigan, my mom, Mrs. S, Carol and Carol. Did I miss anybody? Oh, yeah. And Nate, thanks for I gave son, they had a fundraiser for his son. He lives in Baton Rouge. And I sent some money there. Maddie, I was thinking about Maddie. Talked to Lenker last night, too. And Lon, yeah. Hal, hey, man. Texas today. Get it done. Get her done, Texas. Get her done. Hook 'em horns, baby. Hook 'em horns. Hook 'em horns. All right. Peace out, everybody. I'm done talking. I'm done. Adios.